Moms, what was your don't tell dad about this moment? After 20 years of marriage, I found out my husband had a love child with an old friend of mine. Their daughter is the same age as our first child. My daughter is now 18, and his other kid had a failed kidney due to substance abuse. We recently found out that my daughter is a perfect match after her dad persuaded us to do tests. I was stupid enough to allow it, hoping they wouldn't be a match. Now my husband is desperate, terrorizing my daughter every day. He doesn't care if our daughter gets the burden of having one kidney all her life. After the doctor explained the potential consequences for my daughter, I was 100% against the transplant. My daughter could face a lifetime of health issues. My husband's mistress texted me, begging at first, but then she turned nasty. She started cursing me and my daughter, wishing us to die and blaming us if her daughter dies. My daughter escaped after my husband dragged her from school to the hospital. That night I packed our stuff and moved out of our apartment and dropped off my daughter at the airport. I feared for her safety, so I booked her a flight to Brazil to be with her grandparents. As much as I feel bad for his daughter, I need to do what's best for mine. My ex-husband later donated his. He just didn't want to sacrifice himself.
What's the worst haircut you've ever had? A year ago, my hair was getting pretty long, so I found a barbershop close by. I went in, and they asked me if one of the new girls could try cutting my hair, since she had never cut a white guy's hair before. I agreed, and just asked for it to be a little short. I jokingly said, "Just don't take my ears off." About 5 minutes later, I'm holding multiple rags over my ear to stop the bleeding, and pretty much have a bald head. The new girl had accidentally slipped while using the trimmer, shaving a huge streak down the top of my head and taking some of my ear with it. Even her teacher couldn't save the haircut. She was crying uncontrollably, and I was doing everything I could to try and calm her down. I told her I low-key with the bald look, and it will always grow back. They ended up giving me a coupon for a few free cuts, and about a month later, I went back and asked if the new girl was there. She came out of the back, and when she saw me, got super nervous. She immediately started apologizing for what she did, and looked like she was about to cry again. She must have thought I was there to get mad at her or something. I just smiled and said, "Round two?" She did it perfectly the second time around.